exciting times lie ahead in the CAF Champions League. Banele, of course, we see two African giants in the form of Ahly taking on Mamelodi Sundowns, one of our own, of course. I'm repping the Bafana jersey, wearing my South African colours. Loud and proud, but it's not going to be easy for Sundowns.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy for Sundowns. I mean, greetings to everyone at home. Like you said, you've got your Bafana shirt. Is it supporting Pitso or supporting the Sundowns team?
It seems like South Africa versus Zanzibar because
Ahly's became
it really has, because obviously the ties with Pitso Mosimane and of course Percy Tau.
Yeah. And Bonko Kabelo and all those other guys, I mean, we have to mention them. So there are a lot of South Africans. Yeah, it comes a leash. So there are a lot of South Africans in the Ahly team. So yeah, it's going to be a close game. And I like what Coach Rolani Mkwena said about this game. I mean, it's something I always say also, that you can only get 6 points from a team in a CAF Champions League or a league game and all of that. So I mean, the 3 points you get against Ahly is the same 3 points you'll get against the Al Hilal. So they shouldn't focus more on winning the big games. That's what people, that's the mentality also with a lot of our fans. They think winning, like for example, a Soweto derby is
makes or breaks you.
Yeah, which is the same. You beat Pirates in a Soweto derby, you beat Chiefs, it's the same as beating Chess Galaxy. So I guess you apply the same strategy here. I mean, like Rolani said, this game, there's only 6 points on offer. 6 points are on offer against the Al Hilal, 6 points on offer against the Al Merreikh. So treat the same game with respect as how you treat the other games, because I mean, you can lose both games and still qualify. So you don't have to win this game to qualify.
Yes, of course. South African champions being Sundowns against African champions. We saw what they did in the Club World Cup. Of course, claiming the bronze trophy to their name. Ahly, sure, they've been excellent to watch. We saw some of their players shine in the African Cup of Nations tournament. I think Ahly take this one fairly comfortably.
Slow starters that we have to mention. That's
Pitso Mosimane's team.
Yeah, very slow starters. Even in the Champions League last season, which they won comfortably, we have to say. They started very slow.
Back to back as well.
Exactly, they started very slow. I mean, they were second in a group, and Simba FC from Tanzania topped the group, which was unbelievable. But after the group stages, we saw Pitso's team, and he knows also that he's a coach, that his teams always start slow, and he always says that the Champions League starts after the group stages, So yeah, gone are those days where you look at the CAF Champions League and you say Sundowns and Al Ahly, they through. Just by looking at it, I mean, you look
but you don't feel like that now?
Not anymore. I think African football, we saw it in AFCON too. African football has changed a lot now. We saw teams like Algeria crashing out, and
Gambia, Sierra Leone.
Teams like that doing well. Equatorial Guinea knocking out teams like Mali. So African football has changed a lot. It's quite more competitive than it was. I think also we saw last year in the CAF Champions League a team like Kaizer Chiefs going all the way to the finals.
What a story.
What a story. And we saw teams like Zamalek also being knocked out in the first round. And when you look at the CAF Champions League again this season, you'll see after 2 games, teams like Zamalek, they on third on the log, So it tells you a lot. So yeah, this game, yes, there's so much to offer, but we also have to respect the 2 Sudan teams. So I think you don't go all out if you are Sundowns and say, let's beat Pitso and try revenge.
Should this not be a fight for top of the table? I know it's early days, but
like I said, I mean, African football has changed. Who would have thought that Simba last year would top the group? Who would have thought that TP Mazembe wouldn't make the group stages? It's a lot more tougher. We have to respect those Al Hilal and Al Merreikh. And imagine the 2 teams from Sudan. If maybe, let's say, Al Merreikh take 6 points, because they'll play back to back. If Al Merreikh takes 6 points, they'll be on 7 points, So it puts them in a very good position. So we have to respect that and say, maybe a draw for Sundowns here would suit them, don't be greedy. You already have 4 points. Take a draw. You've got 5 points after 3 games. I think it puts you in a comfortable position.
Yeah, I know Sundowns would more than happily take the draw, but
exactly.
Do you think they'll get it?
I don't think so. I mean, you look at the confidence in the Al Ahly team. Most of the players, we saw them playing for the Egyptian national team.
Silly question, but are they the best team in Africa?
Who?
Al Ahly.
Definitely, they're definitely the best team in Africa. I mean, like I said, the Al Ahly players, we saw them finishing second in the AFCON. We saw them finishing third in the Club World Cup. So it is a team that we need to respect. I mean, they were thrashing teams in the Club World Cup. So yeah, it is a team that we
thrashed
need.
The team in midweek as well.
Exactly, and we know Sundowns. So they were watching. They've been in Cairo the whole week. So I think in terms of this game, because Ahly is at 12-10, I'll be taking a straight win. But we saw last year in the quarterfinals, it wasn't an easy game. Yes, it ended 2-2, but it was a silly mistake from Onyango and a moment of magic from Ahly where they scored outside the box, you know. So it was just a moment of magic and a moment of madness. There was the difference when these two sides last met in Cairo. So this time there'll be some fans, which gives Ahly a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in terms of this game, Ahly will get a narrow win. It won't be as easy as people say.
Yeah, well, certainly respect to Mamelodi Sundowns. They will make it as tough as they can for Ahly, of course, the African champions. But I mean, it's so hard to look past Ahly, especially on home soil. But that is the thoughts of myself, Jason Nagel, and of course, Banele Pikwa. Until next week.
Sharp.
Cheers. For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.